Morning or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm Dr. Ruth Anderson here with Enlightened World Network. Teri Angel and I are here today for our silent meditation. We invite you to meditate along with us. So for the silent meditations, Teri and I go behind screen and we meditate together, and we come back on after about 25 or so minutes and we share with you what we experienced. We absolutely want you to join us. So please just relax, settle in, go quiet where you won't be disturbed. And Teri and I will be back here with you shortly. Thank you. And we're back. So interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll start us out. And Teri, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I had to turn my volume back up.
Okay. I'll start us out. So, the first thing that we saw when we went into meditation, we were in front of a group of Wampanoag Indians. Wampanoag Indians that I know of were in Nantucket off of Massachusetts back in the before the 1600s. And as we were looking at them, they cleared away for us to move further into the crowd. And we saw this elderly Indian woman on the ground sitting cross legged, and she had like a planet, the planet Earth, in front of her. And so we sat and looked at that with her. And we saw that there was this swirl of white around it. And then we saw what we have come to know as the galactic crystalline grid, which has been showing to us a sort of aqua color, come in as a swirl and swirl in with that white. And I was seeing what looked like a ladder, and it turned into a walkway. And I thought, why is that a ladder? I thought, oh, because it used to be upright, and it used to make us think that everything that had to do with anything galactic was above us. And what they have shown us here today is now they're actually next to us, and they're joining us. And the group that we saw joining us was brought in by our own spiritual divinity, Divine Mother, the archangels, and it included their counterparts. Now, in meditation, Teri and I have seen that there are counterparts for all of the archangels, Divine Mother, and even Christ consciousness that was represented here today as well. So we were seeing they are coming, they are here, they're not above us, they're equal with us. Teri, you want to share more about that part of the meditation?
Yeah, that equality sometimes can be very difficult for us humans because we've had a lot of misinformation. We've had a lot of fear and anxiety surrounding the fact that there's something other than us that exists that has intelligence. So seeing them as equals helps us to get out of that fear, for one thing, but also to try to understand them more. And when Ruth was explaining what she was seeing, and I was getting that vision coming in clearer about the ladder, and I saw it as a bridge where we're now able to move back and forth over that bridge and get to know them even more. And the more we know them, the more we understand them, then we don't look at them as alien anymore. We look at them as this is something that was created by one creator that, I call God. You can refer to it whatever way you want, but all beings are created equal. And I believe that. But just as with some humans, there are attributes that are not pleasant, but we know that they are still a part of the divine. They're a part of divine creation. So some of the things that have been heard and expressed about the extraterrestrials is that there are some that are not pleasant to be around and may not have our best interest at heart, but it's still the same energy of everything that was created. So we can look at that as like a mirror to our human existence. There are those that are benevolent. There are those that really are not here. They're living this lifetime in an experience where they're not bringing forth love and light. So I think we have to look at the whole aspect and not just focus on one thing that might have been exploited in the media or shared that, that was an experience that happened. So I think looking at them as equals is going to help us all to have more understanding and have more acceptance of them. And I keep going back to our friend Marietta, who says, accept, align, allow. The first part is acceptance. So when we can open up and accept that they're here and we're hearing it from everywhere, not just one source. We're hearing that, yes, they are real, they are here. And now how do we react? How do we respond? And let's do it intelligently. That's my thought about it. Let's look at it intelligently and with a spiritual heart and feeling into our hearts. That was part of my meditation that I got. The message that I got was that the movie E.T., which many people, probably most people, are aware of, I felt was kind of like a parable, like Jesus taught in parables. And I felt like this movie came to us as a parable, that they are heart-centered and they were created with that same love that the Creator made everything full of. So that was my takeaway, Ruth, and how I can look at us as equal and not as something just totally foreign or alien to us.
Well, and we talk about Christ here on Enlightened World Network. We work with the Christ consciousness energy.
Mhm.
And so a question that Teri and I had was, what about Christ? What about him? As this realm was exploring him on the cross, and certainly some religions have accepted that belief, that understanding that Christ died on the cross for us, and that's how you get to heaven, right? Um, our understanding is a little broader than that, but certainly some religions have accepted that. So then we ask the question, well, what about Christ? And the words that I heard, I thought were fascinating. I heard his movie was being played in both realms at the same time. So I really had to pause and take that one in. We do see that Christ is a piece of what's happening in these other realms. And what the words I heard was that he's known as the Creator's son. Now, that doesn't mean that there's all the religious overtones as there are here on our planet, but he does exist there. So, really intriguing to me.
And, and my question is, why not? Because it's universal. All the planets, all the galaxies is part of our universe. So why wouldn't he be expressed on other realms, on other planets, and other life forms? So I fully believe that he is everywhere and that they have an awareness. And as we were looking at the energy across that bridge, we could see that. We could see the Christ consciousness a little bit different than when I tune in here, what it looks like, but still there. All of it was still there. The angels, Christ consciousness, divinity, it's all there.
Right, and I asked the question, is there the same expectation that other worldly beings know the Creator? And the answer I heard was yes. So I realized my thinking was so limited before, as far as what I thought, and I'm getting total goosebumps, as far as what I thought, oh, an otherworldly being, they're on their own, they're rogue, they're not part of this larger system, not connected with God or the Creator. And today, what I learned, it's not true.
Yeah, it is universal. And it has to be that way. Why would it be just one planet? When there are so many.
Right.
So that's something for us all to ponder, isn't it?
Right.
Looking at those beliefs. And I quote my friend Ali O'Shea so much, but I just love her statement because it's so true. A belief is just a thought we keep on thinking. So what is your belief about extraterrestrial life on other planets? and look at that and maybe see if it can be expanded and if those thoughts need to be looked at, and see if you're still in agreement with them.
And I was just hearing a way to do that is to sit and spend time with your guides.
Mhm.
Sit with the archangels that you know and love and trust, and sit with your guides who you believe what they tell you. You follow their guidance. Start there and ask them to share with you what you, I don't want to say should, could know.
Good.
Because I don't believe they're going to lead you down some road that you shouldn't be going down. So yeah, I always turn to Archangel Michael first, and then Divine Mother, and then Archangel Raphael. Those three are my mainstays, and they've been showing me these things. Teri, I know they've been showing you these things as well. So start with your own personal guidance.
Absolutely. Ask the questions. That's the way we get to the answers that we resonate with. And if it doesn't feel right, then ask another question. You know, just keep digging. We're constantly learning. We will never stop learning. And if you want to know more, just ask the questions and find like-minded people that you can hold an open discussion with. I love that we are being very open with this on Enlightened World Network. I love that I don't feel any judgment. I don't feel any criticism. It's divinely led for us to have these discussions and have these conversations. But we encourage you to find that place where you can ask questions. If it's not here, then maybe there's another group that is open that you can ask and not feel like you're being weird or different, because you're not. It's just the normal evolution of where we are right now. Everything is so transparent, and this is just part of that process of the transparency.
Well, and Terry, I'm reminded there was a time, maybe I don't know, 2 years ago, where the door was open for me a little bit, and I was able to see more stuff about UFOs and otherworldly beings, and it felt wrong for me at that point. And
Mhm.
I just had to shut it off. I mean, it was like a visceral reaction, and I shut it off. And that was respected. And it's been over this last, I don't know, year, I guess, that it's been coming in a little bit, and I can handle it now. I couldn't then.
You weren't ready.
I wasn't ready,
Yeah.
but they respected that.
Right. And that's okay.
Yeah.
It's so important for us to not beat ourselves up and not think that we're wrong because we can't talk about it or think about it. You're not wrong at all. It just maybe is not the right divine time for you to explore it. And that's okay. There's no judgment, there's no criticism of what you're feeling or what you're going through.
Right. Exactly right. So, Terry, thank you. Thank you for this awesome time with you this morning. And our friends here on Enlightened World Network, thank you. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for walking with us. Thank you for just allowing us to be in our space of growth and transformation in the same way that we hold space without judgment for you, for wherever you are in your spiritual growth and transformation as well. So, so much love to each and every one of you. Take good care. We'll be seeing you here on Enlightened World Network. Y'all, God bless. Bye bye.